Hey, listen, guys, I have a quick power minute that the Lord just really wanted me to come on. So I wanted to come and bless you with this word. Check this out. There is such a message on your DNA. There is such a supernatural message on the inside of your DNA. It's as if like the Lord was showing me that there are scrolls attached to the lines of your DNA. And your intricate message is being touched right now in this hour. Will you heed the call? Will you heed the call? Will you heed the call to be thrusted into your message that's inside of your womb, inside of your spirit, on the inside of your DNA lines? On the line of your DNA is strapped and glued your message, your voice. There's a message inside of you. There is a supernatural message on the inside of your womb, on the inside of your spirit, beckoning to come out, beckoning to come out now more than ever. The world and the earth is waiting for your message, beckoning you, calling you with the message inside of your intricate being. When you were formed in your mother's womb, there was a message that was sent forth with you on the earth, and the Lord is beckoning your voice, beckoning your message, beckoning what you have to say unto the kingdom of heaven for the glory of God and for the glory of God, for the glory of God. Will you heed the call? Will you heed the call? Because right now I'm telling you, a message is burning on the inside of God's people, and it is a unique sound. It's a unique message, and it is a unique Kairos hour for you to launch your message, for you to launch the message that's been built inside of you for such a time as this. You have something intricately on the inside of you, awaiting to come out for the whole world to hear, for the whole earth to heed. It is groaning and yearning for the manifestation of sons and daughters in this hour, and it is what the Lord has placed on your tongue, what the Lord has placed upon your scrolls, and what the Lord has placed upon your message that has been interwoven and stitched and intertwined into the strands of your very DNA. Will you heed that call right now in this hour? Will you answer the call? Will you allow that hunger and that flame to begin to burn like never before? Will you allow God to loose your tongue and speak the words of fire that are being that coals are dropping on to ignite right now more than ever? We are entering a new age, a new era. We have shifted into a different timeline, into a different time in the earth. Will you heed that call? Will you heed that message that is burning on the inside of you, that you've kept quiet, that you've put on the shelf? It doesn't matter if it might look like it doesn't look like anyone else, but if you think that it might sound anywhere close to what someone else is delivering in this hour, only you can deliver your fingerprint with the fingerprint of God. Only you can deliver it the way that God has asked you to deliver it. So will you heed the call? Will you heed your message unto the earth, your voice, your sound? You are a trumpet unto the Lord. You are a mighty, tongue on fire, a trumpet unto the Lord. Will you allow that trumpet to be sounded on the earth, in the grounds of the earth, in the territory of the earth? Will you allow yourself to be unlocked and unhinged right now more than ever? My God, I feel the weight on that word, unhinged. Will you allow your message to be unhinged? It's like that door, that hinge on that door is just cracking open, but will you allow it to fling wide, oh ancient gates, to let the King of Glory come in like never before, and let him use you like never before? Will you be a sent one? Will you be one that is willing to be sent in this hour? Will you be one that is willing to forsake all else and follow God? Will you be that one that will heed the call and allow the trumpet sound to blast on the earth? Come on, the trumpet of the Lord is sounding. The trumpet of the Lord and the shofar of the Lord is sounding. Do you hear the call? Do you hear the sound? Because there's a sound that is penetrating your sound. There's a sound that is intertwining and igniting your very sound. There is a sound that is becoming in sync with the sound inside of you. It is a sound from the heavens that are attached to your sound in your created being, in your creation, in the creation of your peculiar and unique DNA. Will you allow that sound to in sync with your sound, so that you can utter scatter forth and strike the ground with your sound. Strike the ground with your sound. Will you allow? Will you allow? And will you go forth? Will you allow it? Will you allow it, or will you grieve? Will you grieve what the Lord is doing in this hour? Will you grieve it? Will you grieve it, or will you receive it? Will you grieve it, or will you receive what the Father wants to do? Will you allow that new thing on the inside of you to be unhinged, to be unlocked, to fling wide open? Will you allow yourself to come forth in that mighty rushing wind, that mighty sound that is beckoning all of creation on the earth, so that the manifestation of His glory can fully be released and hover over 2020? Are you heeding? Are you heeding? Will you let it break open? Will you let it break open? Will you come into the depths where the deep unto deep begins to call you out and pull you in? Will you allow? Will you allow it? Will you allow it, or will you grieve it? Will you allow it, or will you grieve it? Now, right now, warrior, arise. Warrior, arise. Heed and go to the front line. Heed and go to the front line, because you're being called for such a time as this. For such a time as this. We are not lukewarm, but we are a hungry people, and we are not lukewarm Christians. The word says that we are not. You cannot be hot and cold. You have to be one or the other. You cannot sit the fence. This is not the hour to sit the fence, and I'm here to stir you up today. I'm here to stir you up to get you off the fence, because now in these end times, you cannot be a fence sitter. You are either hot or you're cold. You're either in the front or you're last, buddy. So we need to really get there. We need to really understand. We either really need to say yes or no. If we're all in or we're not in, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Will you heed the call? Will you allow yourself? Will you allow yourself to be unhinged? Break open your message, and let that bottle of perfume be a fragrance unto humanity, and let it draw the lost home, draw the strays, draw humanity in. Because only you have your sound. Only you have your fingerprint on the earth. Only you can touch the earth the way that He created you to touch it. There cannot be another you. There cannot be another that sounds like you, that can do it like you, that can move like you, that can utterance and express it like you. Only you. Allow your message to come forth and break open the earth for such a time as this. God bless. And I'll see you guys on tonight at 9:30 Central for a powerful time in the prophetic ministry. I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.